Hey people, welcome. It is Friday evening. Well, almost. I guess it's not quite evening, but it's close enough. It's getting dark already anyway. It's 10 degrees, November the 7th. Hope you're all doing well. Hello, Zach. Hello, Picard. Very hot. What's up, Kevin Hawthorne, Lena Sandoval, my YouTube account, Jason Voorhees, hello, Leo Chung, Mr. Adams Apple, Damien Chaos, hello Cam, Craig O'Connor, TTC Action on the Subway. How you doing? I'm doing good. Hello, Vivian Johnson and Gertej, welcome. Janice Pike and Rick. Ernest Fulford, hello. So, welcome everyone. Hope you've been having a good day today. All ready for the weekend and all that. I'm on the corner of Dovercourt and Argyle. We're looking at Badiali's Pizza, a really popular pizza place in the neighborhood here. Apparently some people who live around here hate it though, and they wish it would go away. What could be worse than having a world-class pizza place smack dab in the middle of your neighborhood? I can't think of anything worse than that. Sarcasm. Hey Steven, how you doing? Hello Capo Cappy. Alicia Lewis, welcome to the stream. Ruba Simu, hello. Alright. Just gonna walk up Dovercourt, I guess. Glad you're okay, Stephen. Hello, Mo. Welcome. Yeah, it's a damp, rainy day in Toronto. It's not raining right now, but it was not very long ago. I'm hoping I'll have a little window here without any rain to do the stream. That's why I started the stream a bit earlier, because it might be raining later in the evening, if you believe the forecast anyway, which I usually don't do because it's usually not right, but I thought maybe I could avoid the rain if I started streaming now instead of later. Hello, William Elliott. Well, if there is a supermoon tonight, it's probably hard to see. It's so overcast. I saw it last night. I could see it out my apartment window last night. Hey, Bradley Taylor. And Elvin and just Smitty. And Jillian, my day was okay. I guess it's still going. Suzanne. I just recorded a video about Badiali's, actually, the pizza place. About how so many people seem to hate it, who live around it. So that'll be coming up on the channel. Hello, Yvonne Atherton. I'm doing all right. Alright, let's get off Dovercourt. Just walked along there during my video, so I'll try not to do that again. Hey, Nav and Dat and Billy T, welcome. Yeah, I like this street. It goes around the bend here. Goes around the bend. I think I only walked along here once before in another stream. A couple years ago. Sal Smith, welcome. And Jennifer Haley. Howard Charco. Get off the street. I just like to walk in the middle of the street if it seems like it's safe to do so. Sato. Admiral Wendell Sandos. How you doing? Chowdhury. Uh-oh. This guy had a incident with his bike. Sounds like something fell off of it. His bike is falling apart as he's riding it. Fly You to the Moon. It's funny, I had that song sort of in my head earlier today. The like Sinatra type version of it. Hey, Babad Vacations Adventures. I'm in the West End, west of Dovercourt now. Kind of near Dundas West. Dundas West is just around the bend here. Little Portugal area, I guess, would be the neighborhood. So if you know where Little Portugal is, that's where I am. Jillian Scott. The street I'm on now is Mackenzie Crescent. But now here's a different street. It's also sort of windy. From one windy street to another windy street. It's old too. It's old and windy. You gotta like that. It's a good combination. Good luck downtown. Well, you know, I've recorded thousands of videos in downtown. I live downtown. Can't say I've ever had anything really bad happen. So Mackenzie Crescent continues here, actually, going down there. This is Lisgar Street right here. Lorraine McLean, hello. All right, let's continue over here. Famous Master and Mr. Majestic and Modano, evening. Got a good crowd here right off the bat. Almost 200 of you already. Fun-filled Friday night. Gotta love these houses, right? That's the Bay and Gable style. Sort of Toronto's own signature housing style. You see it in a few other cities around the area. Hamilton has some. But it's definitely associated with Victorian era Toronto. Hey Marla. Glad you enjoyed that. I just looked through my last stream to see if there was a thumbnail worthy moment that I could turn into a thumbnail for this stream. Where I didn't look like a crazed psycho or something. Mike Landry, hello. Hello, Pat and Sam and Barry. Hope you enjoy the walk around Big Bad Toronto. Well, it's pretty serene right here in the West End, right? Very sort of chill, a bit damp. Alright, there's Dundas Street over there. Oops, where's this car going? Hey, Navindat, 99-cent super chat. Once again, welcome Navin, and thank you very much for sending the first super of the night. I just spotted a cat. Hey, there's a cat. Hello, cat. From a cat to Navindat. Cheers, Navin, if you can see me. It's dark here. Can't see me at all. Let me see if I turn around. Do I appear anywhere in this crappy lighting? I think I'm there. There I am. Thank you, Navindat. There's a serious lack of light right here. Hey, John O'Meara. There's a few street lights, but they seem pretty spaced out. Sort of nestled here in an old neighborhood. Your dog Wilbur barks, does he? Wilbur barks when he hears his name, which is Wilbur? Is that right? I hear you bark when you hear your name, Wilbur. Hey, RMDVTO. Yeah, the commercial part of Ossington just runs from Dundas down to Queen. It's not too long. They have a lot packed in there, though. A lot is packed into that stretch. I was just on there recently. I mean, just earlier before I started the stream. I was walking along there while I was recording. Hello, Pavel. Eddie Clark. I've been sort of avoiding going onto the main street here, just enjoying walking through these old neighborhoods, but I guess Be on Dundas here in a minute. Hey, Marie Palmer, welcome. And Stephen's been a city dweller for 1 month. Thank you for 1 month of membership, Stephen. Thank you for letting me know, Vivian. Hello, James. And Cuckoo Carlos. And my pleasure, Navin. All right, Dundas Street, Little Portugal. Hey, Freeway of Other, hello. Welcome to the Friday night stream. Snowing in Edmonton. That sounds about right. How you doing, Outlaw Radio? I think there's a chance of snow or some light snow around the area on Sunday. Maybe. I doubt it'll amount to much here in the city, but we might get a dusting. Clean houses around here, eh? It's quite mild right now, that's for sure. I'm overdressed. I have my several layers on. I probably don't need one of these layers, so all my hoodie and my coat are all unzipped right now. I don't have any gloves on or anything. And I feel very comfortable at the moment. Hey, Carl Roth, hello. Brad Palmer in the house also. How you doing, Brad? Joseph, what's up? And Ruben. It's like the whole gang is here. All the regulars, maybe a few newbies will pop in also. I encourage you to come and say hi if you're a newbie. I think we've seen a couple already, right? Thank you to the new viewers. Hello, Plush Mickey. Right, we just crossed Dufferin Street. Faldor Farms. Hello, hello. You've been a viewer for 2 weeks. That's awesome. Yeah, cheers to all the new subscribers. Maybe we'll get a bunch more tonight. That would be nice. If you're watching and you'd like to say hi in the chat, you do have to subscribe, but you know, it's free, it's painless. I am not scared of downtown Toronto at all, night or day. I've been living downtown for 15 years now. It's been perfectly fine. Hey, Saika, hello. Alan K. I don't know if I already said hi to you, Alan, but hello. Yeah, it's just a bunch of hype, media hype, you know, making people think Toronto is unsafe. I was just talking about this yesterday during my premiere. Hey, Drew Costin. 26 months of Metropolis tier dweller membership, Mike Landry. Holy moly, thank you, Mike. Over 2 years of channel membership, right from when I first enabled channel membership, basically. Thank you so much, Mike. All right, later, Bradley. It's always fun wandering around the city. Here's a neighborhood night spot here. Want to go dancing? Yeah, I'm sure I'll make a visit to the distillery soon. Once things are a little more Christmassy, wintry, you know. Piñata tacos. Hey, funny dog. It's a great cha-cha place. Have you done the cha-cha there? Wow, 300 plus people already in the chat. Checking out some Friday night excitement here in Toronto. Maybe we'll come across something exciting. Anything's possible, right? You never know what you'll find when you walk around. Hey, crikey, hello. Look at this old sign. It looks really, really old. I'm not sure how old it is, but it looks really, really old. Elite Plumbing and Heating. This seems like the sort of business that has been here for like decades and decades. Hey, Midnight Rainbow. Swiss Coffee Dog, hello. To Ute, how you doing? You're welcome. Yang Kwok. Hopefully I didn't mispronounce that too bad. Yeah, seeing some new names pop in, new to me anyway. So if we were on Queen Street, we'd be in Parkdale right now. So we're west of Dufferin. Maybe I'll go down to Queen Street. We could check out some Parkdale action on Friday night. Herb Sturman, hello. The new Frankenstein movie. Yeah, I think we're going to watch that tonight. I've actually been waiting for that. It was made here in Toronto, that movie. Pasta forever. Hey, cheers, John O'Meara. That's right. Like, share, subscribe, hit all the buttons, do all the things. Oh, sad. And Alan K, $3. It's Friday and not Eve. That's right, it's actual Friday. I guess you could say it's Saturday Eve if you want to switch it up, but thank you very much. Thank you very much, Alan K. Cheers. Cheers, Alan. Thank you for the support. Turn my camera around there. Hello, Morgana. All right, I'm going to tend to my power bank here. There we go. Is it foggy? Oh yeah, it is foggy. There we go. There we go. There we go, that's better. Something was blocking my lens there. I just had to move it. Yeah, you all are very well acquainted with my power bank by now, right? Hey, Ken Lan, hello. I'm on Dundas West, Little Portugal. Kind of near the end of Little Portugal, actually. Lansdowne is right up ahead. Brent Sheehan. Yeah, the rain is staying away for now, but I do have my umbrella with me in case I need it. Hopefully I won't need it. Alright, here's Lansdowne. Let's go down to Queen Street. Walk through a bit of Parkdale. Hey, Serge, hello. Ho, ho, ho. It's too early for a ho, ho, ho. Wait until December comes around, then we can ho ho ho. Hey, Slack Wolf. I could do Singing in the Rain. This part of Lansdowne is a bit, I don't know, dull, but Parkdale on Queen is really interesting. Greg Keating. Hey, 315 Tricky, good evening. Good evening, Imposter. There's this street also that branches off here. But I guess we'll stick to Lansdowne here. Hey, what's up, Jenry Kramer? Phone 6782. Seeing lots of new names in the chat tonight. That's awesome. Thanks everyone for checking my stream out, for subscribing. It's always nice after the stream ends to see the subscriber number jump by, you know, a few dozen or something. It's always nice to see. $30K by the end of the year seems very doable. Get some shawarma. Hey, Tom Seeley. Welcome to the stream. $5. Hello, Ken. Thanks for the walk. Do I have a favorite U.S. city in regards to music? Well, first of all, thank you very much for the $5 super, Tom. Cheers, Tom. Much appreciated. In regards to music, favorite U.S. city, there's a couple that immediately come to mind. Mostly from the 1960s era, though. Detroit for the Motown music, and San Francisco for the psychedelic music that came out of that city in the 60s. So it's probably one of those two cities, if I had to narrow it down. Also, New York in the 70s had a lot of good stuff. But I've always really loved Motown music, so Detroit might be ahead of San Fran. It's hard. It's a hard decision. Hello, Jada, and Crying Hippie, and Lemon Pledge. Yeah, LA had a lot of good stuff too in the 60s. I mean, almost as good as San Francisco, really. They were both pumping out the bands big time in the 60s, both of those California cities. like a lot of bands that were based in LA. Maybe they didn't start in LA, but they ended up moving there, right? The whole scene that was going on in Laurel Canyon and all that. It was a huge group of bands all living in that one area there. Hey, Mo Coffee, hello. Hello, Jenry. That's cool, Carlos. Yeah, like, geez, there's lots of documentaries and books written about that whole era. Laurel Canyon, Frank Zappa, Mamas and the Papas, you know, Crosby, Stills and Nash, Joni Mitchell. Like, a lot of these people are from other places, but they all sort of settled there in the 60s to be part of the community. They all became friends or frenemies or competitors or whatever. All hung out together. The Byrds, you know. The Beach Boys, Brian Wilson, Dennis Wilson. Hey, Top 905, hello. And Rob, £9.99 from across the pond. Thank you very kindly, Rob. Seems like it's been a while since I've seen you. It's good to have you in the chat tonight. Thank you for the super. Cheers, Rob, from across the pond. Much appreciated. I'm doing good. Going down Lansdowne. How do I like this neighborhood? Well, now that we're close to Queen, I quite like it here. A bit further north, I find Lansdowne to be not as to my liking, I guess. But this end here, the south end, I think it's pretty nice. The housing stock is older, it's a bit denser. Got Queen Street up ahead, Parkdale. Yeah, it's good. Hey, Darb3198 has joined Metropolis tier. Thank you, Vivian, for letting me know, and thank you, Darb. Welcome to channel membership. Metropolis Dweller tier. Welcome, Darb. Much appreciated. Is this your elementary school? It's been a while since I've streamed down here. Maybe only once or twice before have I ever done it. on Lansdowne. I've done Queen Street lots of times though. Oh, look, we have a ghost. We have a ghost in the chat. A bit late for Halloween though. Where were you a week ago? We could have used you then, ghost. Hey, Wing Zero. Boo is banned? What did Boo do? I don't mind being haunted in the chat. Hey, Jenny's here. Hello, Jenny. Alright, we're almost at Queen. Suddenly got dark here. You thinking about someone special?
Yeah, you can check it out.
Hey, I see Queen Street. I think last time I streamed in Parkdale was with Megan. We'll get a taste of Parkdale here. I'm gonna go east. Oh my God. Some people, I tell you, some people, man. Hey, Randy Ruck. It reminds me of my streetcar ride. I took the streetcar to get to Dovercourt, the Dundas streetcar. It was about less than a half an hour ride on the streetcar. But it was a pretty hellish ride, I have to admit. Pretty hellish. For such a short ride on the streetcar. I had one guy sitting ahead of me who was playing his music out loud on the streetcar, on a crowded streetcar. People all around him. He just thinks it's perfectly normal to play his music loud so everyone has to hear it. And then on the other side of me, I had a guy passed out on the seats, the whole row of seats at the very back of the streetcar. And he was completely out, and he was snoring incredibly loud, and he kept breaking out into coughing fits every like few minutes. And I was sort of stuck in between these two individuals for the whole ride. It was just ridiculous. It was ridiculous. Hey, Bob Holness, hello. I think he had a few drinks, probably more than a few, I don't know. I'll never understand the mentality of these dipshits who think blasting their music for everyone to hear on public transit, especially when it's crowded, you know? Why they think that's just an okay thing to do. I'll never understand what's going through their mind. They probably don't think much at all about anything they do, to be honest. Cheryl Lee, hello. That's a very controversial pizza opinion. Very, very controversial. What's up, first last? Bill Chow, hello. And also I was sitting right by the very back door of the streetcar, the one way close to the back. And I noticed that not a single person who got on that back door, hello, not a single person who got on in the back door of the streetcar paid. None of them tapped on, not even one. I think they purposely get on that very back door when they don't want to pay because it's the furthest away from the driver, and they think they'll be not noticed by the driver or whatever. So yeah, always fun times riding the streetcars. I find them a lot more unpleasant than the subways. The subways I don't mind like 99% of the time. The streetcars always are a bit of a drag, especially if it's busy. I don't like the subways when they're jam-packed either, but at least they move a lot more quickly. You get to where you're going a lot faster. And you have a lot more space to move away or move around. Hey, Paulette Crooks, how you doing? Welcome. Van Smythe, hello. Yeah, loud phone talking also, or just loudly talking like with a potty mouth, you know, like, I mean, whatever, swearing, big deal, it's swearing, but I mean, come on, have some awareness, you know. What's up, Jacques Pilon? Alright, we're in Parkdale, Queen Street. Pretty lively here. Here's that Frankenstein movie. Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching that tonight. Friday night, that means it's snack night, it's root beer night. How lame am I, you know? I'm looking forward to watching a Frankenstein movie while I drink root beer and eat some chips. Stuck at work camp. Hello, Dylan. I wonder if there'll be any scenes in the movie where you can tell it's Toronto, or I wonder if it'll be all indoors, you know, in like the spooky castle or whatever. Maybe there'll be some street scenes that are supposed to be like, you know, 19th century London or wherever they are, shot somewhere in Toronto. Espero, hello. What a mild evening it is. Yeah, there are some reports saying snow is possible on Sunday. Last I heard though, in the city, it might be just like trace amounts. So I guess we'll see. We'll see what happens. Most likely it'll be just something that happens early in the morning, and by the time I wake up it'll be all over and there'll be no sign of it. This reminds me of a hip hop rap song from 15-20 years ago. What song might that be? I didn't get together with Johnny No Colleen, but I did send him a message wishing him a happy birthday. Like, other than on during his stream, I send him, like, you know, an actual message, you know, a text or whatever. But I think he had a pretty good birthday. Hello, SG. Yeah, you're 2 months too late, SG. I'm at Dufferin. So I'm going to go down Dufferin actually. Maybe down to King. There's a Sufferin Dufferin bus. Kind of walking along the edge of Parkdale here. The Silent Partner with Elliot Gould. I don't know if I ever saw that one. Were there scenes inside the Eaton Center in that movie? I think I might have seen it, if that was the case. From like the 1970s, right? Yeah, I think I know that one then, Carlos, yeah. I think there's another one called Owning Mahoney about a gambling addict. It was also a Toronto set movie, partially set in Toronto. I think he goes to Atlantic City to gamble. There's a lot of Toronto set movies if you really, really look it up, you know, there's more than you think. Toronto's not always pretending to be New York or Chicago in movies. Sometimes it's just being Toronto. Especially if it's a Canadian movie, obviously, right? Zach Thong, hello. A Gremlins 3. That could be interesting. Yeah, the F Word, that was another one. I didn't even get around to seeing Gremlins 2 until just, I don't know, maybe like 6 months ago. I finally watched it. I'm a big fan of the first Gremlins movie. I own it. I've watched it dozens of times. Never got around to watching Gremlins 2, but actually I thought it was good. It was sort of taking the piss of the whole Gremlins thing in the second movie. They're kind of going for a different angle. It was like a self-aware sort of movie. They knew what they were doing. Hey, Rick Osler, hello. Yeah, it was like meta, you know? I don't even know if they used that term meta when they made that movie, but that's sort of how it seems to be now if you watch it. Hey, Lord Philip. I think I still prefer Gremlins 1 though. I don't know, I just have a lot more nostalgia about that movie. And I like the whole setting of the small town in upstate New York at Christmas time, you know? I consider that a Christmas movie. That's usually when I watch it, is during the Christmas season. Alright, King Street. Dick Miller, yeah. He's in every movie that director did, you know. Pretty much every movie that director made, Dick Miller has a little bit part in it. Gizmo's a senior now. And the voice of Gizmo was done by a Torontonian, Howie Mandel. It's the voice of Gizmo in the original movie. Hey, have a good night. First, last. Yeah, that was Howie. Still going down Dufferin here. Nord Sea, good evening to you. Watching from Heidelberg. Welcome to the Friday night in Toronto stream. Looks like we're walking through Liberty Village. I just sort of ended up here. I think this is Liberty Street we're on right now. It's been a while since I've streamed through here. This is an old industrial area that has been sort of converted into a residential and commercial area. Oh, is that right, Drew? Huh. Since we're on the topic of movies and stuff, the first Police Academy movie had a lot of scenes that were shot here in Liberty Village from the rooftops of some of these old factory buildings. Remember the big scene near the end where they're on top of a roof when the big showdown between the bad guys, the looters, and the cops takes place on the roof? That was like right here somewhere, right in one of these buildings. The riot scene itself, though, took place in Kensington Market. So that was a little bit of movie magic, where they made it seem like that rooftop was in the same neighborhood when it wasn't. Maybe. We'll probably see more people once we get, you know, closer to downtown. This part of Liberty Village, you know, can be a bit quiet depending on the time or whatever. The time, the weather, that sort of thing. Hey, Divyesh Patel, hello. Marla, yeah, it's like a little world unto itself, right? Pretty soon, though, it's going to be a lot more connected when the new subway line opens. Just south along the rail corridor, the Ontario line. There's already the GO trains are there already, but there'll be a subway. Hey, Jessica. Yeah. We are friends. I have a playlist of our collabs together. I think he also has a bunch of videos on his channel of our collabs together, including at his apartment, which I think was the last time we intentionally sort of got together to record a video, was at his apartment. Sort of like a hangout while we ate pizza and answered questions and that sort of thing. Because Johnny and I both started doing this walking thing on YouTube in 2018, right? We both started very close to one another when we started doing this. Hey, Nord C, €5. Thanks for the stream. Hey, you're welcome. Thank you very kindly for the super chat. Watching from Heidelberg. Much appreciated. Thank you very much. Hello, Mark M. Yeah, I think the first collab Johnny and I did together was in 2020, so August of 2020, over 5 years ago now, was our very first collab together. In YouTube time, that's like 20 years ago. In terms of channels and that sort of thing, right? YouTube channels exist in a different sort of space-time continuum than the rest of the world. Yeah, that's when we first met for real. We had run into each other a couple of times before then, just by chance. But our first meetup where we actually said, hello, good to meet you. Yeah, that was it. August of 2020. During pandemic times. Makes it seem like another lifetime ago. Right, Liberty Village. We're just wandering along Liberty Street here. There's a big GO train station down that way, and the future subway station. Hey, Robert Sprite, hello. Looking through the chat. Sorry if I've missed any chats. It always happens no matter how much I try to notice every chat. I always do miss some, so my bad. It's not intentional if I don't reply to your chat. Probably just got by me. They whiz by pretty fast sometimes. The old factory buildings, lots of them around here. Some have been converted to offices, some are lofts, some are restaurants and retail. Hannah Avenue. I was just saying that earlier, Medano, yeah. I was just saying that. I knew it was one of these buildings around here. Hey, Jerry Wise, hello. Welcome to the channel. Thanks, Jerry, for subscribing, for coming to say hi. Hey, Tavane, hello. Some people dump on this neighborhood, you know, but I quite like it. I like the mix of the old and the new. And there's no shortage of places to go, you know, for food or drink. All kinds of options here. There's a full-size grocery store also. The Edison twins, I used to watch that. I think that was shot in the Weston neighborhood, right? The show, the Edison twins. They shot that in Old Weston. Ian Francis, happy Friday. And if you like dogs, just take a walk through Liberty Village. You'll see dogs galore. It seems like every other person has a dog in this neighborhood. No kids, they have dogs instead of kids. I guess their dogs are their kids. Brazen Head. I remember going there on a date when I was pretty new to Toronto. I picked up this girl at the Eaton Centre on Valentine's Day. I went to the Eaton Centre and ended up meeting a girl sitting on a bench at the Eaton Centre. And then we got together. We ended up going out that night, and then we got together again and we went there to that pub, the Brazen Head. And she was looking for condos, so we ended up checking out some open houses here in Liberty Village of a bunch of condo buildings. And sometimes she pops into the chat, so we're still, you know, connected via social media or whatever. She pops into the chat sometimes. 15 years later. Almost 15 years. How's the Sky Tower coming along? Yeah, it's not topped out yet. I think it's around 300 meters in height right now. It's about to become another super tall for the city, but it still has another 50 meters to go or so before it's topped out. Yeah, there's no old street fronting retail strip in Liberty Village, that's true. But it still feels like an old historic area, just with all the factory buildings and all that. And some of those old factory buildings do have retail that opens out onto the sidewalk, you know, so it does have a bit of that feel. But I know what you mean. This is an old jail here, this building. It was recently rehabilitated. This is one of the oldest buildings, I think, in the area here. I think Sky Tower will have 106 residential floors, but then a few more levels above that, like mechanical levels. So it's more like 109 or 110 levels in total, but 106 floors of occupied space, I guess you could say. No, it's not the Don Jail. That's on the east. That's in the East End by the Don River. This is just some other old jail. I'm sure it has a name. I just can't seem to think of it right now, but yeah. It was all covered up in like tarps and everything for a long time. I'm not sure what they're doing with it or what they will be doing with it. But it's old, it looks spooky. I don't know if anyone knows what that jail was called, or maybe someone knows. I can't seem to think of it offhand. Toronto Central. I think that dates back to when Toronto was barely even called Toronto. We're on East Liberty right now. $1877. All right, thanks, no clue. So it was definitely Toronto then. Toronto became Toronto in 1834. Before that, it was called York, the town of York, dating back to the late 1700s. The town of York then became the city of Toronto. Cartoonist Brian, welcome. Welcome to the channel, welcome to the stream. Now this end of Liberty Village is where most of the newer condo buildings are. This has all been built up in the last 10-15 years, with new buildings still being built. Toronto Central Prison Chapel, okay. Interesting. Hey, Ukakok, hello, happy Friday. Yeah, lots of purpose-built rentals are popping up now. There's no more market for the tiny little condos anymore. So developers are switching it up and they're building rentals instead. Neville, hello. Don't eat the squid, hello. There's a Wendy's here. It's the first I've noticed that. These are all newish buildings right on this intersection here, Strawn and Liberty. So a lot of these restaurants are fairly new. Why? $4.99. Been watching me for almost a year now. Love my streams and the facts I dole out. Thank you very much, Why? Thank you very kindly for the super chat. I'm glad you've been enjoying for the last year or so. Cheers, Why? Much appreciated. Oops. Turn around, camera. There we go. Looks like a new restaurant on that side too. Forest Hill Farmhouse. This is a really busy intersection here. It's a really busy intersection here. Really big, really busy. Hey, Woodstock. Hello. By the time we got to Woodstock, Marla, no, the Gardner Expressway is down there. You can see it sort of. You can sort of see the Gardner Expressway off in the distance. It's elevated at that part. Yeah, that's what you meant, right? Yeah. So this is still not finished, but eventually there'll be another restaurant or something here. So that was a taste of Liberty Village. There's a lot more to it than what I showed here. I was just sticking to this one street. Yeah, it's a great night to walk around the city. Yeah, I'm feeling it tonight, you know, more so than I usually do, and I usually feel it pretty well. Tonight I'm feeling it extra well. Hey, we cracked 400 viewers too. Maybe a lot of people are feeling the walk tonight. Awesome. Thanks, everyone. If you are new, maybe first-time watcher, we've had a bunch of first-time or new viewers come into the chat tonight. You're welcome to say hi. You just have to subscribe, which is free and trouble-free. And if you do subscribe, hit that notification bell too. That way you'll be notified when I go live, which is a few times a week. And I post pre-recorded videos on the days that I don't go live. So 7 days of the week there's a video or a stream that you can watch. Hey Christina, hello. Am I related to Mark Emery? I don't know who that is, so I'm gonna guess no. I'm gonna guess no, I'm not. Hello, the Chaz and Luchum. Hello, Luchum. Look at this. Look at the view. That's downtown we're looking at. Got two rail corridors cutting through here. It's a good place for train spotting. There's looking back towards Liberty Village. SG, you know, you could be a bit right about that. The CN Tower was built after the Calgary Tower. So the Calgary Tower was first, although it's puny compared to the CN Tower, and I think it's not as aesthetically pleasing to look at, in my opinion. I think the CN Tower looks almost timeless in its design. The Calgary Tower looks a bit dated now, I think. Kind of looks like a bucket of Kentucky Fried Chicken on a pole, right? I think that's how a lot of people describe the Calgary Tower. But yeah, maybe there was some inspiration taken from the Calgary Tower. And also the skyline in Niagara Falls is also older than the CN Tower. It's also a lot shorter. Like 1/3 the height, really. It's nowhere close to being the same height. Hey, YT Buckley. Cool. Got some runners. The Space Needle also is older than the CN Tower, from the 60s. It has a neat design, but it does have that sort of 1960s futurist look to it, which might seem a bit dated now. I tend to agree there. And it's also much, much shorter, like 1/3 the height of the CN Tower, basically. Well, we see a train. I don't see any sign of any. Oh, wait. I'm wrong. Here comes a train right now. I think it's a GO train. Ouch. She goes. Literally, go. There she goes. The go is going. Going, going, gone. But man, hey, Bestest Times Reborn, hello. I'm going to use this bench here to tend to my power bank again. go. Let's go down here. It looks dark down here. Let's explore the darkness. Through the darkness, I can see your light. Jeez, can barely see the ground that I'm walking on here. Hey, the happy-go-lucky one. Yeah, that's right, Randy. There's a bunch of cranes around here for that, yeah. Ooh, lots of puddles here. I better watch out. I have my waterproof shoes on, but still. The darkness doesn't bother me. I was molded by it. SOB's knees. How you doing? I only ever knew you as SOB. I didn't know about the knees part until now. Prez VZ, hello. There's the Gardner. There's Fort York neighborhood. All the condos behind there. Old Fort York itself is right over here. Very historic site. Got the Bentway over here, which goes underneath the Gardner. Oh, they still have years of construction before that subway line is finished, Christina. Unless you're thinking of the Eglinton line, that one might be opening this year, maybe, although it's looking less and less likely. Towards the financial district. Most of it is blocked by these condos and whatnot, but it's over there. There's the Bentway down there. Looking back towards Liberty Village where we just were. Let's go on an adventure down here. Hopefully I don't slip. The grass is a bit wet. Alright, we're good. The Bentway goes over to Strawn in that direction. And it goes past Bathurst in this direction, although it's still a work in progress, you know. They have a skating rink in the winter over on that side. That should be getting ready soon, I think, for another season. You miss the squeegee kids. You still see some around a bit, you know. They haven't completely gone away, but yeah, I remember in the 90s it was quite the scene, I guess you could say, of squeegee kids, these crust punks, right? A lot of them traveled from other cities, and they all traveled together in big groups, and then they usually squat somewhere in a city for a while and do their thing. But you still see the odd squeegee kid type person. I remember lots of them were from Quebec. Fire truck. And a lot of them ended up going out to BC. Is that right, Colleen? Yeah. So I guess they're sort of traveling together, going across Canada. So the Gardner keeps going that way, and the Bentway sort of doesn't end, but it's not so well completed, I guess you could say, along this stretch over here. Maybe I can cross. Let's see. Traffic is stopped here for the moment. Got lots of cars coming on that other lane though. As soon as this car goes, I'm going. There we go. It has to stop right where I want to go. There we go. Hey, Carol L. Lee, hello. I'm always careful, but thank you for the sentiment. Alright, here's a bit more of the Bentway. Jake Evans, hello. It's a strange smell right here. I'm not sure what it is. I'm not sure if I like it or if I don't like it. I think I like it. Whatever it is. It smells a little bit like applesauce. Weird. Hey, John the Baptist, hello. And hello, Jason Curling. Now it smells more like turpentine. How could it go from applesauce to turpentine? Now I don't like it. Yeah, this is not a good place to try and cross. Stop the air show, demilitarize our skies. Talking about the Toronto International Air Show, which takes place at the end of the CNE every summer. Yeah, this smell, it's something else. I feel like it could fry my brain if I inhale too much of this, whatever it is. Where are they all going? Oh, they're going that way. Okay. They're going down the way that I came. Alright, this is still the Bentway here. This part has some stores and stuff. An LCBO. This was a Starbucks, but this was one of the Starbucks that shut down recently when they culled a whole bunch of locations. The Gardner right above us. Yeah, maybe, Jenny. It was a strong chemical smell. At first I thought it smelled like applesauce or something, but that quickly changed to something much more unpleasant. Was that right, Jake? You're on top of things, eh, Jake? Holy moly. Hey, response audio, hello? The Bone and Biscuit. Bentway Dental. Of course, you have to put a bank in the Bentway. The gardener goes on and on and on. I think you can walk underneath it for quite a ways. It doesn't have the Bentway developed quite as much anymore once you go east of this point. Maybe in little spots here and there. But let's go up onto a street. We're in City Place now. It's a high-rise condo neighborhood with some rentals also. But whoa, look at that. Look at that. Yeah, still over 400 viewers. Cheers, everyone. Hope you're enjoying the Friday night walk around here in Toronto. I'm enjoying it. I'm having a great time tonight. As long as I don't get rained on. Thanks first last. That's right. Hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe if you haven't already done those things. Hit the notification bell. Basically hit all the buttons. Yada yada yada. Thank you, Vivian. This is Fort York Boulevard. We're walking through City Place. This is another neighborhood that gets derided in the city. I don't think it's that bad either. I like Liberty Village more because of the old industrial buildings. This doesn't have much in the way of old industrial buildings or anything like that. It's mostly brand new condo buildings. This was basically a big empty space of nothing before they started building it. I mean, once upon a time it was like, Randy Ruck, $10. Barks Fund. Thank you very much, Randy. Hope you're enjoying the walk tonight. I always appreciate the root beer funding. Cheers, Randy Ruck. Much appreciated. But there's usually a fair number of people walking around in City Place. It seems lively most of the time. Has a high population density, obviously, with all the buildings. And there are quite a few restaurants, pubs, bars, a couple grocery stores, you know, has most of the things that you would need. Schools even, there are some kids who live here. More so than in Liberty Village, I think. People here might have human children and not just canine children, although you see a lot of that too. Case in point. Paul James, hello. Phuket Walk, how are you doing? We're at 420 viewers right now, for those who indulge. Have at it. I guess that canoe is still not been rebuilt. There was a big fiberglass canoe, a giant fiberglass canoe over here that some nitwit set on fire. So it was basically destroyed. It's all fenced off over there. I'm not sure if they're going to replace it. Hello, LAB. Toronto's Doo-Wop Music Guy, hello. And Leanne Kolcheski, good evening. Things are good. Are they actually calling for that much snow in the city on Sunday? If that's the case, I guess I'll have to go out and record a video. That's a pretty significant snowfall. I'd have to definitely record that or live stream. You can't miss the first big snowfall of the year on a walking channel. You snooze, you lose if you miss out on that. I'll be surprised if we get that much snow like in the city though. I guess it's possible. I just can't remember it happening this early in the season. Ever since I've been living in Toronto, anyway. Tina to me, hello. Is that what these are? Like fishing lures? Fly fishing lures? Floaters or whatever? The things that float on top of the water? Is that what they are? Bobbers, right. I was trying to remember what they were called. I just remember the red and white bobber from when I was a kid when I would go fishing. They look like dreidels, yeah. Dreidel, 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 they made it out of clay. Kurt D, hello. Hey, welcome to City Dweller Tier channel membership Woodstock. Thank you, Vivian, for the heads up. Welcome, Woodstock. Much appreciated. I don't know if your name refers to the music festival or to Snoopy's little yellow friend, or maybe to the city in southwestern Ontario here. The small city near London, the Ontario version. Oops. Yeah, that's the thing that YouTube is doing, Kurt. YouTube is responsible for these weird handles that are appearing now in the chat instead of your usual username. Donkey balls. I have a nice electric shaver that Megan bought me. Still works great. And I have some actual razors as well if I happen to need one. Ooh, I hear a train. I hear it. Oh, it's way down there. Okay, we missed it. It's going away. We'll see another one though. Look at all these tracks. Union Station is just up ahead. We'll definitely see another one. Actually, this pedestrian bridge is over here. Let's go over this pedestrian bridge. Hey, Fuzzy Colossus, hello. This is called Punta de Luz or something like that. Bridge of Light. Bridge of Light in Spanish. Hey, glad you're enjoying, Leanne. Yeah, I'm having a very awesome time tonight walking around. Sometimes you're just really in the mood to take a nice long walk, you know? And it's even better when there's like a good crowd tagging along with me as I walk around. Yeah, we're going to get a really neat view in a minute, Ernest. It's not cold at all, Joe. It's very mild right now. I'm like overdressed. I feel a bit warm. I had to unzip all my layers here. I could dispense with this jacket I have on, actually. A hoodie would be just fine right now. Or even just my flannel shirt, I think I'd be okay. Hey, welcome back, Pianola Express, or Enterprises. Once again, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I was in all day because of the sort of gloomy, damp conditions, rainy and whatnot earlier, so I didn't go out or anything until around 4 or something, I think, is when I finally decided to go out and venture out to record a pre-recorded video. Well, there was a lull in the rain, and then hopefully I hoped that the lull would continue while I live streamed, and so far so good. So there's a Liberty Village over there where we were earlier. Cluster of buildings. Looks like a little city all on its own right there. Yeah, it does sort of look like a whale, like you're inside of a whale or something, yeah. Any trains? I don't see any trains. Raining in Buffalo? Yeah, it was raining earlier here. Moby. Whatever happened to that guy? Didn't he get canceled or something? I don't know. Thought I heard something about Moby. Here comes a train. Yeah, I know these are, you know, here for a reason, but it makes it hard to get a good shot. Got a peek between here. Uh-oh, do I feel rain? We've been talking too much about rain and now it's starting to rain. I could move back further, but it still wouldn't, you know, be the shot I was hoping to get. You have to go to the very end and peek around the fencing at either end. Hello, Tina. Yeah, I might have to get out the umbrella. And hello, Advisorit.
They kind of have to be like moderate a little bit. Yeah.
I am near the well. If it starts raining hard, I can always go inside there. You can get some shelter in the well. Maybe we'll take a peek inside there in any case, since we're going to walk right past it. It's really cool. Get a selfie stick. I could have just went to the end there where the fencing stops and got a view right there from that ledge. No fencing in the way there. And there's actually is a big well underneath the well. It's like a big holding tank. Are they finished here now? Draper Street, I think it's done. Yeah, last time I walked through here, there was still some construction going on. But wow, look how nice it is now. This is like a beautiful little street of 19th century houses here. They have this interlocking brick now along the street and on the sidewalks too. Yeah, it looks way nicer. And the cars make that noise when they drive over the interlocking bricks. That kind of noise. Yeah, this is called Draper Street. Up ahead is Wellington, if you come out on the other end. The Laughing Man. This is where we are. (1881) and 1882 is when they built these homes here. And this is a little park that will take you right into the well. More historical plaques here. Hey, Tyler Allen, hello. Yeah, it's not a chilly night tonight, so no problems there. Got just chairs to chill on here. Wonder how heavy these are. I bet you they're heavy, and that's why no one steals them. Oh, they're actually fixed to the ground. They look like they're just sort of randomly sitting here, but they're fixed to the ground. I wanted to try and pick one up to see how heavy they were. because I was thinking they must be heavy, otherwise people would steal those. Hey Jollykins, hello. Oh, I hear loud music. Oh no. We don't want to go into the well if there's loud ass music there. Boo, boo.
You don't want to be in a
Because in some other parks they have chairs like that, but they're not fixed to the ground, right? You can pick them up and move them around, sit with your friends or whatever. But usually they're heavy ass chairs that, you know, discourage people from walking away with them. Hey CD, how you doing? That's too bad. I wanted to go through the well, but yeah, they always have loud ass music in there. Copyright music. Almost every video I've done in the well, I've had to deal with some sort of copyright issue. It's not so bad when it's a pre-recorded video because I can just edit that out before I publish the video, but when it's a live stream, it's not so easy. I'd have to mute the audio while I walk through there. Yeah, I could get a sound canceling external mic, but I'm just using the built-in mic on my phone right now. There's no sound canceling option on my phone, unfortunately. Let's see how far we can go in before I hear the music. I'll take us as far as I can. Jeez, you can hear it right over there. I think we're safe over on this side though. Let's see. And if need be, I'll just mute the audio. Can I find a safe spot here that's away from the music? I hear music on both sides of me here. It's coming at me. It's all around me. Yeah, let's get out of here. The copyright gods are going to strike me down any second now. Run, run. Get away, get away. Yeah, it's not Christmas music yet. Yeah, it shouldn't be a thing, right? If you're doing a live stream, an IRL, walking through the city, you have no control over what random music you might come across. You shouldn't have to worry about stuff like that when you're live streaming. It's not like you chose to put that song in your live stream. It's not very fair to live streamers to have to deal with that shit. Hey, Oscar Engineer, hello. Watching from Bogota. Yeah, it's a nice mild evening in Toronto right now. Thank you, Oscar, for checking out the stream. How's the weather in Bogota right now? But yeah, the live streaming issue and the copyright issue is huge on YouTube right now. Not to mention all the channels that do things like music analysis or music reviews. Now, there's a thing called fair use, right? You should be able to use snippets of songs without getting penalized by the copyright owner. Some channels have been almost driven to extinction because of that, or they get no revenue at all. They could get millions of views and hardly any revenue because the copyright owner gets all the revenue because someone used 10 seconds of a song that they're talking about, trying to talk about the song in the video. Like Rick Beato or the Professor of Rock, two channels that I watch. Alright, we're at Spadina. It's a bunch of different record companies. They all seem to do it. Ah, here comes the rain again. Falling on my head like a memory. Hopefully I don't get copyrighted for quoting some lyrics. Yeah, Rick Beato has gotten like countless copyright claims, countless ones. Oh yeah, you like those channels too, Rob? Yeah. Yeah, it's ridiculous. I mean, I could rant about this all night, but plenty of other people a lot more knowledgeable than me have already ranted about it on their channels, so they've had to deal with it a lot more than me. But I have had to deal with it on more occasions than I would like. It's a drag. Even just walking past a place like this that's playing music, you have to like be careful. You have to yell over top of it or run past it or whatever. It's so stupid. Yeah, I like that David Gilmour interview. I wonder if you'll be able to get Paul McCartney. I think that's his big fish, you know. Paul McCartney is Rick Beato's big fish that he really hopes to get. I mean, he's gotten Pink Floyd. The Beatles have to be next, right? Alright, we're crossing King Street. The rain is just sort of spitting, you know, it's not like a sustained rain or anything, thankfully. Yeah, I've heard that too, Rob, yeah. Let's walk through here. Let's just randomly walk down an alleyway here. Hey, Choppy, hello. Yeah, this isn't a very grungy alley. It's not even really a proper alley. I mean, I guess it is an alley, but, you know, it doesn't feel like a proper alley.
Live streaming.
That's right.
On Twitch?
YouTube.
YouTube?
YouTube, yeah.
It's a YouTube channel called.
The Ken Continuum.
The what?
The Ken Continuum.
Ken Continuum. Wait, let me find that.
All right.
What do you live stream?
Just walking around the city. I've been walking around for 2.5 hours so far, just showing everybody. The vibe is good. Got like 400.
Oh yeah.
400 plus people
Nice.
watching right now. So
30K subscribers. That's
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah, it's
Have
getting
you
there.
seen anything crazy so far?
I see lots of crazy shit.
Okay.
You know, I've been doing this for years, so I've seen almost every kind of crazy thing you can think of.
Okay,
Yeah.
thanks, sir.
You too. Later. Thanks for subscribing. Some random young dude just subscribed to my channel. Looks like there's a medical situation on the streetcar here. I won't show, but it's an elderly man. The paramedics or firefighters, I guess. Yeah, the firefighters are taking the elderly man off the streetcar. Got an ambulance up ahead there. Got paramedics at the ready. He was up though, he was up and standing. He looked a bit disoriented. But he was standing on his own 2 feet, so that's a good sign. Check out the tower peeking through the buildings. Get to the tower. Get to the tower. It wouldn't be a stream if I didn't do that at least once, right? General Assembly Pizza. That's a cool name for a pizza place. Smells good. Oh, you can see the kitchen right here. Look at that. Right in the oven. Is he going to take the pizza out? Yeah, he did. Look at that. There it is. Build your own pie. Wasn't that an idea that Kramer had? Or that was make your own pie, right? You can roll the dough, you can throw it up in the air. Hey, Spy Hunter, hello. Peter Street. This is Adelaide Street we're on right now. What time is it? It is 7:50 p.m. Still early, yeah. I'm used to streaming later. Seems a bit weird to be so early considering how long I've been streaming now. I'll let this car go. Still got 421 viewers. Cheers once again, everyone. Thanks for checking me out tonight. As we keep catching glimpses of the tower popping up here and there. Like, share, subscribe, yada yada yada. Do all the things, hit all the buttons. You know the drill. Come and say hi in the chat or not. Lurking is cool. But at least subscribe if you're gonna just lurk. And hit the notification bell. That way you'll be able to know when I'm streaming next. Because I stream a few times a week. I post pre-recorded videos on the days that I don't live stream. So every day there's something new you can watch. Can't hide from the eye of Sauron. That's right. Yeah, that's a sort of a local gag, how the CN Tower is like that, you know. Hey, cheers CD. And Greg, you subbed a year and a half ago. How long were you a viewer before you got around to subbing? That's a common thing for people to watch all the videos and streams, but they don't actually sub until sometimes years later. That's why I keep reminding people, hey, you might as well sub if you're a regular viewer, right? You're already here anyway. Had to talk past some copyright music there. The Fox and the Fiddle, that's a known copyright risk there. Same with this side over here. I know where all the places are that blast loud music. I know where they all are now. I'm always ready.
Maybe not you or you at this moment.
You subbed 2 weeks ago. Must have been longer than that, Choppy. I think I've seen you in the live chat during my premieres. That sounds like fun, Navin. I used to enjoy model building myself. I haven't done it in a long time though. Hey Vivian, $10 to stock up the cupboard with snacks. Well, I'm definitely planning to snack tonight while I watch that Frankenstein movie. Thank you very much, Vivian. Much appreciated. Vivian Johnson, thank you very kindly. Don't mind my hirsute appearance right now. We'll probably get around to shaving again eventually. There's a future skyscraper on the rise. That's going to be one of the most spectacular skyscrapers in the city. It's all clad in sort of a metallic folded type cladding that looks very unique. It's by Frank Gehry, right? If you've seen some of his other buildings, you'll know how his buildings have really kind of interesting designs with very unconventional cladding, right? That almost looks like crumpled up paper or crumpled up metal. So that's how that one's going to look, like crumpled up metal, sort of, and shiny stainless steel, kind of a shiny stainless steel crumpled up metal facade to it. Hey, Alicia Lewis, hello. Yeah, I think they worked all that out as far as how the wind will affect it, and hopefully anyway, right? Yeah, there is some cladding on it already, and it looks really awesome. It looks really, really awesome. It's hard to imagine the entire building covered up with that. Actually, you can see the building from this side too. It's called the Forma. That's just phase one. It's going to be two separate towers. The second tower will be the taller one. But that one's going to be extremely tall also, right? Walking along Adelaide. This is Simcoe Street. Honk, honka honka burnin' love. I think you should honk your horn a bit longer. Maybe the cars will magically move out of your way. Whoa, weird smell here. Whoa, this is a bad smell. What is this? Ah, this is terrible. Whatever this smell is here, it's awful. It's like an assault on your senses.
It's a big
Crossing University Avenue. Alright, I think I've gotten out of the stink zone there, whatever that was. It was horrible. It was like some sort of a chemical smell or something. That other smell I encountered earlier was way better. Way better than that was, whatever that was.
Yeah, they usually say the title of the song like a strong inch to That's why I say I'm like this.
Yeah, it wasn't sewage, it was something unnatural. It was something unnatural, let's just put it that way. That building is no longer the Trump Tower, the one with the lights going up it. That's the St. Regis Hotel now. Sort of looks like Batman would be perched up there or something. It's been de-Trumpified. We got 409 viewers now. 409, 409, giddy up, 409. Hey, what's up, SL? Robert Graziano. Hey, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing good. Having a great walk tonight here. I'm really enjoying it. And have a good night, Lorraine. Sleep well. To see you in the next one. And you're very welcome. As we look at the big giant head. Ken Continuum to the big giant head. Come in, big giant head. You're welcome, SL. KLE, hello. Got copyright music. Let me see if I can cross the street. It's the Cactus Club. They always have loud copyright music. This is a one-way street, so I only have to look one way. Although you never can tell. Chances are some nitwit might be going the wrong way, but yeah, this is the concourse building, or it was the concourse building. It's another early skyscraper, although it's not nearly as tall as Commerce Court North. Commerce Court North has about 15 more floors, I think, than the concourse building here. 15 or 20 more floors. But this building has been mostly converted into facades now. Hey, Robert Graziano, $10 super chat. Thank you very much, Robert. I hope you're enjoying the walk around tonight. I hope all is well up in Huntsville. I hope winter doesn't come too early there. Cheers, Robert. Much appreciated. Glad you could check out the stream tonight. And hello, Mark S. We're deep in the heart of the financial district here. Might even say we're in the underbelly of the financial district, the bowels. Check out this view here. I love how First Canadian Place just terminates the view looking south down Shepherd. That's what this street is called, Shepherd. Not to be confused with Shepherd Avenue in North York. This is Shepherd Street. And Leanne, $10 super sticker. Holy moly, thank you, Leanne. Being spoiled tonight with all of the awesome support. Thank you very much, Leanne Kolcheski. Cheers to the support. Glad you could catch the stream tonight. And I hope you enjoy it as much as I am. Yeah, this area is quite Manhattan-like, especially like lower Manhattan, you know. Has a bit of that vibe. Although the streets aren't as windy in lower Manhattan. The streets are all windy, you know. They're not windy here, but it still has a bit of that vibe though. Yeah, the fake snow was up here a little while ago. I recorded a video when they were shooting a commercial. I heard it was a commercial. I thought it was a movie or something, but they had lots of fake snow all along Bay Street here. Yeah, person in the chat who's making very uncool remarks towards someone we know. If you don't stop, you're going to get the boot. I mean, you probably are going to get the boot anyway. Just so you know. That's not cool, so... Turning into the Wolfman. Too late for Halloween, I guess, right? Some steam. Sneak across here. The cars are not moving. Okay, they're moving now. Yeah, that's a good question. They keep the lights on in these office towers all night. Not all of them, but a lot of them. I guess they have people, cleaning staff and that sort of thing inside who work, you know, some of the later hours. So that's understandable. Yeah, I read that too, Carol. Yeah. Because thousands of birds collide with office buildings every year, just in Toronto alone, right? And they oftentimes don't survive. Especially with all the glassy, mirrored buildings all over the city. Hey, Thomas, hello? Or is it Tomas? Yeah, I always enjoy the financial district at night. I think it looks really cool. Thought they were dancing or something a minute ago. Yeah, they are. Did they know they were being live streamed? Oh, I hear some disco music. I hear the Bee Gees. Sorry, Bee Gees, but I cannot allow you to put the kibosh on my stream's monetization. Sorry about that. Sorry, Barry, and all your late brothers. I don't mean to block you out, but what's got to be done has got to be done. I do enjoy your tunage, though. And we're at Yonge Street. Covering some good ground tonight. It's hard to believe we were all the way over in Parkdale, right? Now we're downtown on Yonge Street. Yeah, it's pretty lively too. Pretty lively. They're trying to stay alive. Daniel Smith. Yeah, Leanne, that's the big shed, temporary shed they erected while they build the subway station there. It's just meant to sort of enclose the area so all the noise and dust and whatnot is contained. I didn't see Johnny, no, but we did message each other on his birthday, or I messaged him to say happy birthday. The battery's doing okay. I'm at 66% right now. See, there's that shed structure they erected. That's going to be coming down once the station is built. And they have another one on that side too. They have a bunch of them all around the area, actually, wherever they're building a new subway station. That used to be Tower Records right on the corner there. Yeah, that nice lit up building on the corner. Yeah, once upon a time Tower Records was there briefly. Wasn't there for very long though. Was that right, Robert? Yeah, I'm going to be watching that tonight. That's my plan for tonight. Watch that movie. We just hit 3 hours. Wasn't planning the stream this long, but just one of those nights, you know. Hello, Kristen Fuller. Elgin and Winter Garden. That's a stack theater. There's one theater stacked on top of the other there. It's a bit unique. As far as live performance venues go, anyway. Yeah, I might watch that Predator movie too. Maybe tomorrow night. Last night I watched an old movie I've never seen. It was like a Halloween type movie from 1995 with Christina Ricci. It was the Casper movie, Casper the Friendly Ghost. I never saw that until last night. I thought, well, Halloween's over, but I'm still in the mood to watch a sort of, you know, spooky kind of movie, so yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I mean, it wasn't awesome, it wasn't fantastic or anything, but it was decent. It was a good way to spend a couple hours. But that old manor that the movie was set in, you know, the old house, the old haunted house, that was awesome. I would love to live in a place like that. All the bright lights downtown where all the lights are bright. She's still alive, right? Petulia Clark. She's like in her 90s now. I didn't know until recently that she had hit songs in like 3 or 4 different languages. I think she also recorded songs in French, in German, in Spanish. That's pretty crazy. So she no doubt did very well for herself, having songs not only for the English-speaking market, but all those other languages as well. Hey, look, Italy has their sign up now. This was just recently revealed here. The new Italy location. Can see something up ahead. What might that be? What is this place up ahead? I've never seen this before. Where have I stumbled upon? For the first time ever on my channel. Interesting. What is this? Oh, it's a big thank you, Blue Jays. Look at that. Thank you, Blue Jays. Hey, we have a new window display here at Simon's. That's nice. Makes this stretch a bit more interesting. Window displays. I wonder if they'll do some Christmas windows, you know? I mean, that's a bit Christmassy there with the trees, but they should do some proper Christmas windows here. Because the other Christmas windows are gone. The ones at the bay, obviously, they're gone. This would be a perfect spot right here, right? For like a really neat Christmas window display. Come on, Simons. Are you listening? Do that. Yeah, thank you, Blue Jays.
Oh.
All right, I hear music. Dare I go any closer? I don't think I should go any closer. Let's cross the street.
It's actually darker than
Jollykins, £2. Thanks for the walk, Ken. Nice to see things. You're very welcome, Jollykins, and thank you for the super from across the pond. Cheers, Jollykins. Thank you very kindly. Make sure I don't get run down by one of these food delivery dudes here. That's much more likely than getting run down by a car. They just come out of nowhere, those food delivery dudes. On the sidewalk, going the wrong way.
Well, I could just be like, I'm going out.
There's the Frankenstein movie. Ooh, look at that. Frankenstein. All right, Yonge Dundas Square. Fairly lively. I've seen livelier, of course, but you know, pretty decent. Nothing going on in the square though. There's like no event taking place. I wonder if there will be next weekend. Usually every other weekend or something, there's something going on here, but maybe not so much once November comes around. But we've gone over 3 hours. Had an awesome crowd tonight. Still got 419-ish viewers watching. I feel like I could keep on going, but I think I'm going to have to wrap it up here at Yonge and Dundas. So thank you, everyone. I had a great night tonight walking around with you all. We started out in the West End. We're all the way on Lansdowne Avenue, walked through Parkdale, made our way back east, cut through Liberty Village. Yeah, we covered a lot of ground tonight. So big thanks to all those who checked out the stream. Thanks to the mods, Vivian and Alan K. I appreciate everything you do. Welcome to the new channel members. We got a few of those, I think. Are people renewing their channel memberships or acknowledging all of their channel memberships. So cheers to all the channel members. Thank you to all those who sent all the awesome support. You spoiled me tonight with the super chats and super stickers. Almost a bit speechless with all the awesome support tonight. So thank you so much. It means a lot to me. And I'll be premiering a video tomorrow evening around 7 or 7:15 p.m. Hope you can catch that. That's a pre-recorded video, but there's a live chat during the premiere, and I'll be in the live chat. Hope to see you there for that. And my next live stream will be on Monday Unless something big happens before then, maybe a snowstorm on Sunday, I don't know, we'll see. But Monday is my next regularly scheduled live stream, so hope to see you all back for that too. Like, share, subscribe, you know the drill. Hit all the buttons. And until next time, I will continue from busy Yonge and Dundas here. Have a great night, have a great weekend, and I'll see you all again soon. All right, night all. Beep, 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 beep.